Hi everybody, this is Clare from Arts Care in part 3 of our still life study of an apple using soft pastels, chalk pastels. So if you were watching part 1 and part 2, you will have seen how I started to develop this very simple still life, but a very enjoyable one. Just showing how you can sketch, colour, create tonal definition, and just working around, just studying one little object, but really looking at it to see how you can interpret it in your way using soft pastels. Now as I go along here, I'm just starting to continually refine what I've done in the previous sessions. And now these sessions aren't long, each session has been approximately 5 minutes. So this apple still life should take you about maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on how confident you feel. But you can stop and start it anytime you want. Another thing that I wanted to mention was that I'd said before previously that the camera is looking at this apple from an aerial view, so you're seeing the angle slightly differently from where I am seeing it sat down at a chair, looking at it more straight on. But I'm also hovering my arms quite high above the page as well. And for some people I know, especially in healthcare settings, that might prove too difficult. Don't worry about that. If you're working yourself on a piece of artwork, you can have the pastels moved out of your way, and you can set your arm down on the table and lean on the table or on a drawing board if you're in a bedside area. And that will help support your arm and your hand as you're sketching with your pastels. So don't be put off by how I'm holding my arm. I'm working in kind of an awkward mode around a tripod here, just to allow this little video to take place. So I'm just continuing on here. I'm constantly, very subtly refining. I'm not going too heavy-handed with the chalk at any stage here now. Generally working with this sort of angle, the thinner part of the chalk pastel to create thinner lines, thinner definition, just so that I don't go overboard and do too much that I can't take back from. Always going to get that little bit of darkness down towards the base of the apple, and it's just where it is sat on its surface, so there's less light at that area of the apple, therefore it's always going to be darker. But you can see now that the core is quite well defined, and just these little flecks of that dark brown, just kind of showing, giving you that impression of the little apple core. Vibrant red, just to pick up on little areas. This particular apple is a Royal Gala apple, if anybody's interested, and it's got quite a lot of different shades of red and oranges and flecks of yellow through it, so it's quite an interesting apple to actually draw. You know, it might be a wee bit more interesting than, say, a golden delicious. They might be a little bit blander to draw. As you can see, I'm just moving very slowly around this. I'm just taking my time, adding little bits here and there, and sometimes taking away little bits. And like I say, you know, you can tidy up around the edges of your piece by just using a little bit of a dry sponge. That usually clears the surface. I'm just going to show you here. Just tidies up your edge a wee bit. There we go. And then in the fourth video, which will be the final video, we'll just refine that a little bit more and then add the shadow which is kind of to the right hand side of our apple. If you see the real apple in the image above there, you can see that quite clearly. And all being well, I'll see you in part 4. Thank you.